What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Isaac, but you can call me Afromania if you like. And I'm with my little brother, Mike Dot. We're just chilling on a wonderful afternoon. How you feeling, my man?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Mm-hmm.
You sure about that?
Yes.
You don't look like it. Yeah.
I'm good.
That's
Don't worry.
great. That's great. That's wonderful, man. So, on today's lovely podcast, title pending right now, because we are still searching for a title right now. Isn't that correct right now? We don't have a title at this juncture at the moment?
Yeah, we don't, but we have some ideas, and we're kind of just throwing some ideas around.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll throw some of those ideas to the comment section, see what you guys like, but nonetheless, yeah, we still don't have a name. But
yeah, we still don't. We've been kind of lazy on this, unfortunately, right now. So, like, what episode are we on right now? Is this like episode?
We're on episode 4? Episode 3. One episode got shit canned.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call it shit canned.
Well, the audio was awful, so I would say it's shit canned.
Okay. I guess this is episode 3 right now of podcast title pending. Anyway, Michael, do you know what year it is right now?
Year of the Dragon?
Year of the Dragon. That is correct. That is correct. And no way to start this podcast is to talk about one of the legendary dragons, the one, the only, Bruce Lee. You talk to me about that, man. You know about that? You know who Bruce Lee is, Mike?
Of course.
You sure, Mike?
Yes, of course I do. It's
Okay.
like one of the greatest martial art fighters of all time.
One of the greatest martial arts fighters of all time.
He's a very influential figure in martial arts, and yeah, he has so many portrayals, and he's making a comeback.
Oh yes, he is totally making a comeback. Not only is he making a comeback. Now, before we even talk about this, we just gotta put some little bit of respect in his name. I mean, martial arts. He is one of the greatest influencers right now for any martial arts right now, especially in UFC, any kind of fighter right now, in terms of what he did. I mean, the man created his own martial arts called Jeet Kune Do, man. The way of the intercepted fist.
Yeah, Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do, yep.
Jeet Kune Do.
You said June Kune Do.
I did not say June Kune Do.
You sounded
I know
like
exactly what I just said.
No, you didn't.
I know exactly what you said. You do not correct me on my pronunciation, my dot.
Yeah, okay, you can pronounce that properly.
Oh, yeah. Which I pronounce.
Trust me, you got to work on that, man.
Okay, yeah. Hey, well, listen, there might be a lot of things I might have to work on. Saying Jeet Kune Do isn't one of them.
Okay.
All right.
If you say so.
Yeah. All right. That being said, there's some very interesting stuff happening right now with Bruce Lee right now in terms of the entertainment world and video games. And what's happening right now, Mike?
Well, like you said, it's the Year of the Dragon on the Chinese Lunar New Year, which is fastly approaching on February 10th. But on February 9th, Naraka Blade Point, which is a very underrated melee focused battle royale game, it's actually getting a Bruce Lee event. Well, actually, it's getting a returning Bruce Lee event where you can play the game and you can unlock a bunch of Bruce Lee's iconic outfits and even one of his iconic weapons as well. And it's just it's a very well done event. I am so looking forward to it. Just jumping back in this game. As a matter of fact, when this the return of this event was announced, the player count for Naraka Blade Point jumped up to 50,000 players. People are really looking forward to this.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That's incredibly amazing. So now, I know you went into all of that, and you went into great detail, Michael. Thank you so much for that. However, you are talking to a brother who has never played this game before. I have watched you play the game, but I've never really played the game at the moment. So can you just tell me and some of the audience what Naraka Blade Point is?
Boy, I've been telling you about this game forever, and you won't play it. You keep saying I kept saying long before that game went free to play, hey, check out this game. It's melee focused, it's fast paced, and it's acrobatic. And it's just I don't have time to play. I'll get to it. I'll get around to it.
Yeah,
I'll get around to it.
Well, sorry, Michael. People have a thing called a life. All right, sorry, people. We have to go to work Sorry, man. Sorry, we have to pay the rent. All right, I apologize. I apologize that I have to work 6 days in the week right now to put food on the table. All right, Mike. All right, I apologize for that. I apologize for that.
Yeah, you say that, and then you have plenty of time to spend like hundreds of hours on Overwatch 2, a game that you sorely hated throughout the years. And
what's wrong with Overwatch 2? I liked playing first Overwatch 1. Right? Overwatch 1 was really good. Overwatch 2, however, not so much.
Yeah, you kept sticking to that broken relationship for years, man.
What the? Why are you bringing up my relationship? At least it wasn't a relationship.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you want to go into relationships? I mean, we can lay that out here too. You know, that's good. You sure?
Yeah.
You want to go into that realm?
I mean, we could, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You had time to try this game out, but you kept playing games that you knew that you were falling out of when you could have been playing something better.
Well, I mean, that might be true, but I do like to play other games. Okay, listen, I haven't really played it. I probably will play it now, which I'm probably lying right now on this podcast.
Don't worry. I'm gonna.
So I don't know yet.
Don't worry. I'm gonna sit his ass down to play this game once and for all.
Okay, how about this? Maybe we play together. We get a recording up. Maybe you and me, we play together. We'll do a video about it. How about that?
Okay.
You down for that? I'm available.
Good. Just good.
Okay. All right.
Finally.
It's been said first here on podcast. We still don't really have a name yet. Talk about that. But yes, no, it's like you said, big event, a very big event for the game. Like you said, and just like you said, you played the first event. And how was that in terms of that? How was the experience?
Well, like I said, it's really cool that you can unlock all these like iconic outfits for these different like characters. Like all the male characters, well, actually most of the male characters get one outfit from a Bruce Lee movie, while the female characters get something that's very similar but not quite like the same outfit. But still, it's a nice nod that they also make sure that everyone gets something to celebrate the event.
That's true.
And I guess the big downside is that even though back then it was a game that you had to pay for, it still required you to pay into money to get like loot boxes to unlock some of these outfits, or play like insane hours just to get loot boxes. And unfortunately for me, I did not get the outfit that I wanted. But at least now they updated the system where you can earn certain currencies in order to unlock the outfit you want. So this time I'm definitely going to get the Game of Death outfit.
Oh, that's cool. So these gives players the opportunity to at least get the outfit that they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Or guaranteed.
Yep.
That's good.
Looking forward to it.
No, totally. That's awesome.
All right.
Cool.
So another thing that I wanted to bring up, actually what you brought up to my attention, was another Bruce Lee promo for another game that I have never heard of until now. It's a game called Project Outcast, and it's a martial arts fantasy action anime. It's actually a Chinese anime called Hitoru no Shita.
That's correct.
I have
good pronunciation.
Yeah, of course.
I'm good. Good for you.
I'm the communication major, so I have to be good pronunciation.
Great.
Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, it's based on a Chinese anime called Hitoru no Shita, and I've never actually heard of this anime until now. But just looking at some of the fight scenes for this anime, my interest is piqued. I definitely need to check this thing out. It looks so good, so smooth. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think right now, actually, it's on Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll has it actually now, so you can actually get a couple of episodes. Now, I actually was familiar with this. Not the anime, but I was familiar with actually the scene that we're seeing right now in the people seeing right now. I was familiar with the animation. And I thought this was amazing. Like just how everything is flowing right now. It's really good stuff right now. So it is very interesting to see that they would take this as inspiration in the game and to kind of use Bruce Lee's philosophy, "Be my water friend," that was conducted back in 1971.
Yep, very much so. Okay, so when you introduced me to this anime and the game based on this anime, the whole Bruce Lee promo, they showed off some PvP gameplay, and I have to say it looks very sick and impressive.
Yeah, it really. It actually, one of the things that actually caught my eye when they showed the gameplay, it does remind me a lot of Naruto. Shippuden? Naruto. Okay, yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, English communications manager. Thank you. All right, got it. Yep. Yes. I totally understand. I understand I butchered that. I apologize for everybody out there listening, or all the Naruto fans. Anyway.
You told me that.
So anyway, moving forward, forget about it. It just reminds me of that game. All right, it reminds me a little bit of the game, just with the movement and the play style. And this is a mobile game? Is that correct?
It is a mobile game, but okay, so it looks amazing.
For a mobile game, it looks good.
For a mobile game, it looks good, and that's the thing, because the moment many people hear the word mobile, they immediately tune out and immediately think, because it's going to be filled with microtransactions and the gameplay isn't going to be good because
and gotcha mechanics.
It's going to be monetized to hell, and the combat isn't going to be great because they have to compensate for the fact that the game needs to use a touchscreen. But like, here's the thing, I do believe that mobile platform has the potential to be great, just like any other gaming platform. That being said, I am not completely blind to the fact that the mobile game platform has its issues, and I do try my best to point out the good mobile games out there, and this looks like it's going to be one of them. I really do hope that as long as they can keep the monetization down and not nickel and dime the hell out of it, I think it could be a really fun game.
No, I think it has every making to be very entertaining. But I agree with everything you just said. Yeah, hopefully if they keep those kind of mechanics down and just kind of hopefully let the gameplay as well as the story speak for themselves, I think this has an opportunity to be really good. Now, is there any other information? I don't think that any other more information has dropped about this, because this was mentioned 2 months back.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So. Well, yeah, the trailer was 2 months ago, and the first reveal trailer was over a year ago, apparently.
Wow.
But yeah, it's apparently it has a mix of single player and PvP, and well, I don't know the full extent of how the game is going to be, if it's going to have episodic story, or it's going to have a hub world and anything. The details are very sparse right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, as the year moves on, hopefully get a little bit more details, and there's been no announcement for release date or anything like that.
Not at all.
Just everything's just kind of in.
Yep, it's just all up in the air right now, but looking forward to it.
No, I'm totally looking forward to it too. It looks amazing. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm really pumped. Very pumped.
Yeah, exactly. And just Bruce Lee's influence in just gaming just extends so far, especially in China. China absolutely loves Bruce Lee. That's his place of origin. And of course, even for other games, several months ago, there's a game that's exclusive to China, which is Naruto Mobile, and they had a Bruce Lee promo for that game, and the promo looks absolutely amazing.
Dude.
Rock Lee
Perfect.
and Bruce, yeah, exactly. Rock Lee is basically the living embodiment of Bruce Lee determination, just martial arts. In fact, I'm just gonna say it right now. Rock Lee has more main protag energy than Naruto ever has. Count me on that. You can fight me on that. Yeah.
I would agree with that too. I think I've always been a Rock Lee fan ever since I was introduced to the Naruto anime, and I think he was one of my favorite characters. You know what I enjoyed about Rock Lee is because he he doesn't have any of the ninjutsu powers.
Yeah,
he's just straight up martial arts.
Yeah, he has no ninjutsu, no
taijutsu.
genjutsu. No, it's ninjutsu, genjutsu, and taijutsu. He has no. His ninjutsu is weak. He has no genjutsu, so he has to fully rely on taijutsu with martial arts.
Also, okay, taijutsu is just
taijutsu.
Taijutsu.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
He is basically the
basically
taijutsu master.
he is like. He just trains really, really hard.
Mm-hmm.
He trains his body and his mind. And yeah, it's kind of like he does embody what the philosophy of what Bruce Lee is. You know, he was a great inspiration in terms of making a character like this. So yeah, big Rock Lee fan. I'm with you, man. 100%.
Exactly. So just moving on just with the whole like Bruce Lee theme, like Bruce Lee and his influence in gaming has been everywhere, long and wide in the gaming field, dating back to games like old school Street Fighter with Fei Long. He's probably one of the first and noteworthy like portrayals of Bruce Lee and the Jeet Kune Do fighting style. And yeah, what do you think about characters like Fei Long?
You know, I honestly, like, again, because I love the Bruce Lee character, I will always go for the Bruce Lee's influential character, no matter what game it is. Yeah, Fei Long. Honestly, I will say he was a tough character to get used to. Yeah. I honestly did start playing him more in Street Fighter 4. I think later down. I think that's when I really started to get my hands into Fei Long down the road. But yeah, just because like I was such a big Bruce Lee guy, I was like I always wanted to learn that character more than anybody. Like again, more over than Ryu or Ken or Guile or Chun-Li. That was always my the character I tried to learn the most in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, basically. He was like the first character to ever introduce the 3-punch combo, which is basically the Rekka combo.
Oh,
and
really?
Yep, he was the first character to ever have the Rekka combo in Super Street Fighter 2. And yeah, he was just like a very like complicated character to master because you could either like go for the full combo, or you could just fake out your opponent trying to only go for like 1 or 2 hits, and just basically it was just a way to either pressure your opponent and either like, you know, as a mix-up, either do a full combo or a mix-up. He was just very inventive for the time.
Yeah.
That being said, I kind of lied a little bit earlier when I said that Fei Long was the first portrayal of Bruce Lee, major portrayal of Bruce Lee in a video game, because actually before that there was Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat, and well back then he was kind of more of a parody portrayal of Bruce Lee because of the way he fights and the way he sounds was kind of like over exaggerated back then, but today he's much more serious, he's much more revered, he's much more respected. Especially in more recent like portrayals of Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat. Not to say sorry, I'm still on Fei Long. Still got Fei Long on my mind, but yeah.
I think he's more of the regal version of Bruce Lee. I think in terms, but I in the beginning, yes, yeah, it was like the look and the feel, and even kind of the cat noise he does with the bicycle kick, did scream Bruce Lee. But I think as, like you said, years move along, he started to really implement more of the moves, the kicks, the nunchucks. But he's a little bit more the regal version of Bruce Lee in terms of interpretation. I wouldn't say he was one of my favorite characters. I think that chose other characters in Mortal Kombat over than Liu Kang. But yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I think the most recent and most like popular portrayal of Bruce Lee is Forrest in Martial Law from Tekken.
100%.
Yep, they basically embody like Bruce Lee the most, I would say, arguably.
Yeah.
Some people would say Jan Lee from Dead or Alive, but I honestly think Martial and Forrest Law are much bigger.
Well, I think in terms, I could see why people would say Jan Lee too, because Jan Lee, I think if you really if you really want to encompass Bruce Lee down to a T, you could argue Jan Lee, because Jan Lee's moves are more closer to Bruce Lee versus Marshall and Forrest Law's moves are a little bit more exaggerated.
Yeah.
Granted, they're a little bit more better in terms of the look and aesthetic, but when it comes to Tekken has always kind of been that weird hybrid. I wouldn't say like Street Fighter-ish, but it has been a little bit exaggerated in terms of moves. So like, because like in Tekken, you don't Bruce Lee doesn't do a triple backflip kick.
Yeah,
That's not really his style. If you were to go to the closest to that, it would definitely be Jen Lee from Dead or Alive. Another character too that you could also argue that came also a little bit close into Bruce Lee's aesthetic, not the look. You could say Jackie Bryan from Virtual Fighter.
Oh, that is true. I completely forgot about Jackie Bryan.
Yeah, Jackie Bryan from Virtual Fighter, man. I mean, when you're talking about Virtual Fighter, it's basically one of the more closest in terms of simulating a fight, like a real fight. It's not as fantasy driven or exaggerate like Tekken 2. So you could argue that Jackie Bryan actually came pretty close, other than the fact that, he's blonde, white American. But other than that, I don't know. He came close in terms of certain moves aspects.
Yep, 100% I agree.
And another character that I think we also can't forget about is Soul Calibur, my boy, Maxie and Lee Long from the Soul Calibur series. How can you forget about him too? You can't leave him off that list, man.
That is true. That is true.
He is just as much as a Bruce Lee Elvis combination than anyone in this list right now, in terms, especially the moves and the yelling and the cackling and stuff like that.
That is true. I completely forgot about him as well.
Yeah.
Like, wow. But yeah, he's also a pretty good portrayal, especially with the nunchucks. Oh God, Soul Calibur 2 Maxi. Goddamn, though.
I think it's the best. I think clearly it was the best Maxi out of all the Soul Caliburs. I just think there was just a sense of freedom and movement with Maxi, that you can move so quickly with those nunchucks. That was really good as Maxi. Loved Maxi. Kind of tapered off a little bit in future titles though. Still effective though, but I think 2 was his height. I think it was his apex.
Yep, very much so. I got you. But yeah, it's a good you brought him up. He is pretty cool.
He's amazing, Mike.
Yeah, pretty cool. I'm biased against Maxi because he's just annoying to fight against me.
Yeah,
personally speaking.
I bet I noticed that under your breath. How you despise one of the best characters in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, overall, just Bruce Lee's portrayal in gaming just extends far and wide. But even more so, just in entertainment in general, just Bruce Lee is just coming back in all sorts of different ways. Because last thing I wanted to point out is just in the side of entertainment, besides all Bruce Lee's like movies and stuff like that, Bruce Lee is finally getting an anime, like an official anime called The House of the Dragon, and it's gonna have this awesome 80s anime aesthetic, and it's just perfect for a character like him, like his pedigree. I think it's just amazing. I'm looking forward to that. And what do you think though?
No, I'm excited about that too. When you actually introduced me to the project too, the fact that they're actually going to do like a cool 80s motif on the character. It's all going to be 80s in terms of the animation style. I think it's completely dope. No, I think it looks exciting. So what is the story about actually? That's the only thing there hasn't been really talked about.
I mean, at the moment, again, there's very little details. All I know is it's supposed to come out either this year or next year. But yeah, it is being directed by Shannon Lee, Bruce Lee's daughter.
Yes.
So it's going to be completely authentic, and it's going to be as close to covering Bruce Lee's legacy in a fantastical way as possible.
Cool. And I know there's another show out there, I think, that actually kind of followed Bruce Lee's memoirs called Warrior. Have you heard of that show?
I have not heard of that.
I
at
believe
all.
so. I think they only went. I want to say they only went to 3 seasons. But yeah, there is a show based on, I want to say, the memoirs of Bruce Lee. I've never had the opportunity to watch it though. Heard great things about it. So that's definitely something I have to add to my watching viewing list later this week. And definitely catch up. So if anybody's into like bone crushing, like martial arts, and like again you're big into Bruce Lee stuff, definitely take a watch of Warrior.
All right, I will do that as well. But anyway, I think that's a good point to stop. Damn, Bruce Lee, man.
Man, it's the year of the dragon, baby.
Year of the Dragon. Yep, and I just say rest in peace, Bruce Lee, greatest martial artist of all time.
Yes. And as we end it, for the people out there, who was your favorite version of Bruce Lee? Do you have a favorite movie from Bruce Lee? In terms of the video game characters you mentioned, who was your favorite that you got to use in any of the fighting games? We definitely would like to know about it in the comments below.
All right, well, if you like this video, please rate, comment, and subscribe. My name is Mike Dot, and this is Afromania, and we are saying peace.